Hey everyone, today I'm going to introduce you to Nika Roback. She does a lot of different things with commercial real estate, helping people, but I'll let her introduce herself and give her history, all that stuff. So Nika, kind of introduce yourself, your history to what do you do now?
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Raju. I definitely appreciate it. I've really enjoyed, I've loved real estate for a very long time. I started with, and I still do, 20 years of interior design and construction. So I've always loved, transforming the house and taking something to the next level and making it beautiful. And then I just took that into real estate, and I started kind of the same way a lot of people end up starting with flipping. So I did some flipping, I did a little bit of development, and I now have some passive investments, and then I also own a short-term rental. But the passive, once I also got into passive within commercial real estate, I actually also work with a company called the Nest Egg Builder, that it's all commercial real estate. And we work with passive investors who want to grow their wealth and legacy. A lot of it even has to do with like kind of legacy planning and taking it into the next generation. So I really enjoy getting to just talk to people every day about things that sometimes they haven't even heard of, and structures that are very interesting. So
Awesome. Well, I mean, let's get into that then. Let's get into how you help people, or who do you like to help, or who do you like to connect? Because from talking to you, you have multiple strategies depending on the person. So yes. I don't know if you can get into everything, but I guess give the highlights.
Right. So yeah, we take a little bit more, like a lot of times people go to the networking groups and they meet someone and they have their own project that then they say, oh, come invest with me. My project's amazing. But what I like about us is that we can sit down first with the investor and say, well, what are your needs? What do you like? What are you more inclined? Are you more risk adverse? Are you younger? Do you need the cash flow? Do you have an IRA? So we can kind of come up more with a plan, and then we've gathered together. We're third party, so we gather together amazing operators that we've been working with for years, that have long track records, that the owner of my company and myself now have put our own money into. So they're seasoned. We know how they work, how they communicate to the investors as far as reports, keeping everyone abreast of what's happening with the project, because that's very important. People have their money out and then they don't hear anything for a little while and they get all worried. So we kind of hold their hand, walk them through, find out what would be best for them, and then show them all the different investors that we have, and go from there.
Awesome. So yeah, like Nika said, it's customizable according to your needs. If you're looking to invest in real estate, depending on the strategy you want. So yeah, reach out to her, talk to her, and see if she can help out. And I guess if you're an operator, syndicator, maybe you should reach out to her and see if you can use, she can be your person to get investors in your deals, depending on the synergy there. So yeah, different ways. I'll post whatever links, everything that I have of Nika with the posting. So reach out to her through that. And she has a number right there. Oh, it disappeared. Oh, yes. But anyway, it disappeared. Oh, but,
I was going to say one last thing, that we do have various different assets. I wanted to mention all the asset classes, because sometimes there's different asset classes that people don't even know about. But our favorites are really industrial development, self-storage. I think we have a mobile home park coming soon, so that's I'm very excited about that one. And multifamily. And then we have something that's very similar to a note, and we have resort developments in other countries even. And that one is actually a very interesting structure, but I have to kind of talk to you first and see what's happening. And then, I'd be happy to help and assist to achieve your real estate goals and grow your wealth.
Awesome. All right, great. Okay, there she goes. All right, so she kind of gave you the highlights. So, all right, Nika, so let's get into, my favorite questions. What inspires you to get up and do what you do every day these days?
Well, I feel that I'm really helping people. most people hear about real estate and they know that, oh, to amass wealth, you should have some real estate investments, but they get a little leery or they're worried and they don't know how to look at it or how to start in it. So I'm glad that I get to kind of be that person for them, that we have the expertise in the real estate, so we can hold their hand, talk to them about it, explain all the different asset classes. So I think it's just, I like educating. I always have with any of the avenues that I've gone down in my lifetime. I've always done marketing and sales, and then went into the interior design. But even with my interior design, I've educated my clients and walked them through the process. And, so I'm just doing the same thing, helping people.
Awesome. Well, you mentioned education. So yeah, let's get into that. So obviously you educated yourself. I'm sure
Yes.
you have a lot of tips and tricks you learned through that. What's the one tip you can share? It can be personal or professional, business wise or personal wise, that you can share that has helped you, that can help others.
The one thing I guess that came to me that's top on my mind right now that I've been really looking into is tax strategy. Because we had this conversation the other day that finding money managers or CPAs or the right CPA. And I kind of feel like everyone's chasing the return, and then they forget about how to really back up and think about how to save on your taxes as well, and really have that whole picture before you invest and get yourself set up properly to begin with, and then start the investment in the growth. So, and I've just found out lots of fun, exciting things with that too. So, so think about your taxes, because it's always an afterthought first. That would be my one tip, I guess.
Okay, awesome.
I can talk to you about that as well whenever you call.
There you go. Okay, there you go. So yeah, I mean, that's very important. Yeah, especially when you're investing, right? That's tax strategy is very important. Awesome, yes. Nika. Great. Thanks for coming on the show. And again, like I said, I'll be posting her links, and reach out to her. Like she mentioned, a lot of different strategies depending on what you want to do. So she might give you tips, and you might be able to invest with her, but at least she'll give you tips, right? So reach out to her and talk to her. All right. Thanks again, Nika.
You're welcome. Thank you.